So, this is just an introductory podcast introducing you to my Psych Lab and how to navigate in this site. A lot of times things aren't super intuitive where you want to find something, you're looking for something specific when you're studying. So, hopefully, this will help you just to navigate around. I'm open to the main page of my Psych Lab. So once you've registered and you're all set with my Psych Lab, when you open it up, here's where it will take you to the course home. This is specific to our class, which is where you will be. As you can see, the main page kind of cycles through 3 different screens. You can click on any of those. Let's say we click on videos. You can launch the videos. If we click go back, if we click on launch, it's going to take you right to the main video page. You can also access the videos in another portion that I'm going to show you, but if you know that you want to watch a video from a specific chapter, this would be the quickest way to get to it. They're arranged by episodes, which do not, unfortunately, correspond to chapter numbers, so don't get those confused. If you're looking for a video in a specific chapter, do it by the title of the chapter. So here's Intro to Psych, which is Chapter 1. Chapter 1 is also Research Methods. Biological Psych is Chapter 2. Genes and Evolution are, some of it's in Chapter 2, some of it you might find in Chapter 7, which is Developmental Psych, and so on. So just look for the topic that you're interested in, and that's going to go ahead and tell you where to find the videos. But as you can see, there's so many great ones. And as you're going through the weeks in the class, I'm going to often put the videos that I want you to watch right in there in the week where you can just click to it. A lot of times if it's a My Psych Lab video, it'll take you to the My Psych Lab login. You'll log in first and then you'll watch the video. But sometimes I have other videos on there that you're going to be watching as well. I show a lot of these in class when I teach this as an in-person class. And a lot of these are short. They're very quick. They're meant to hit certain concepts or certain topics, especially the ones that call for more description or more information, topics that might be very visual and you might be aided by having a visual image, like when we talk about neurotransmitters or the effects of drugs on the brain. It shows you the mechanism of how neurotransmitters communicate with one another. So there's graphics and there's pictures and aids, and all of that really helps make what you're reading in the book come alive, and it makes it more interesting as well. So that's where you go to find the videos. Let's just scroll back. Let's get out of here. We go to the course home. The main parts that you're going to be using in this menu here would be course calendar. If you click on that, it'll basically give you just a basic calendar. It's really not anything. Where all the stuff is that you want is actually within that, which is study plan. So if we click on study plan, here is everything that you're going to need. And it's going to go ahead and it's going to keep track of everything that you do. Anytime you take a test or a quiz in a certain chapter, it's going to put your score, it's going to put how long it took you, how many attempts. I believe I have it set up for unlimited attempts. And it's going to tell you if you started it, finished it, whatever your status was. But as you'll see here, there's some basic info on how my Psych Lab is set up, some good how-tos. Here's the Psych in Action, which is the preface of the book. But let's just go into Chapter 1, just as an example here. You can review the objectives for Chapter 1, which I also post those objectives in the week tab where we're covering that chapter. So let's say we're doing it in week 2, which we are. You're going to go ahead and see those objectives, same objectives written out right on week 2 tab of Plato. But they're there just in case you want it. If you want to read the e-text, you can click here. Once you're in there, you could also listen to the audio of the chapter. It'll give you that option. So some of you are auditory learners, and listening to the audio of the chapter is really helpful. I always recommend listening to the audio of the chapter just right off the bat. Before you start diving into reading, just listen to it and don't bother taking notes. Just listen to it, get a good overview, then go back and read it, and then take notes. And you can have your lecture slides printed out next to you as you're taking notes. That way you can bridge the concepts from what I covered in the lecture notes to what's covered in the book. This will do a study plan for you. If you click in here, it'll customize a study plan just for you, and it changes it according to how you score and how you do on the tests and assessments. So if you did really bad in one section of chapter 1, it'll let you know that, and then it'll give you tips on how to do better for that section. So here's the exam it gives you for the chapter. This is a practice exam. This is not something that I test you on or that I keep track of. It's simply for you. Here's where you're going to find, I said the video links are going to be in here. So here's all the videos, but again, those are also in that last section as well from the main page. You can get to that. It's called Experience the Media. Here's more chapter resources, and every chapter is different in what it has here. Some have, again, media links. Some have simulations. Some have flashcards. These are really great. You can actually print them out, and they're already made for you, so you don't have to do them. Awesome is that. Again, the videos are in here, just another access point to the videos. So each chapter is different in what's in this specific folder. But that's where most of the meat and potatoes is of the chapters that you're going to be doing. I'm just going back now to the main page where it lists chapter by chapter. So they're all here. And I just would say dive into this and dig into it as quickly as you can. This is customized to you. It's meant to help you. It's meant to be a really great study aid. If you're having trouble on the multiple choice tests, they're difficult for you, I would say that this is a great place to go. My tests in this class, quizzes are always on Fridays and the exams are on Sundays. So, you have the whole week to really cover the material and take some practice tests before you go ahead and do the tests. The quizzes on Friday is meant to kind of give you a quick snapshot of if you're ready, but again, the quizzes, I believe I set them up for 10 questions. It's only 10 questions for a chapter. That's not much. So it's obviously not going to test you on everything. There's going to be a lot left out that the main exam would have. And I think I made the main exam to be 40 questions. And that covers, more than one chapter. It covers, I believe, 2 or 3 chapters. So again, you're going to be studying more than you're going to get tested on, but that's kind of like a general rule of thumb. We always want you to study more. We don't want to tell you exactly what to study because that's not realistic. We want you to kind of know everything that's been put in front of you, and then I pick and choose what things to test you on. So that's kind of how that works. Again, you can get to any of those things. Here's the e-text and the audio. If you just wanted to go straight to that, it'll take you right there without having to go into anything. Here's listen to the text, here's read the text. So that's really great. If you have a laptop and you tend to carry that around with you, you don't have to take the book as well. You can just have your laptop and you can do your reading straight from that. So that's kind of how it works. Hopefully that is pretty self-explanatory. Again, oh yes, read the text, listen to the text are right there on the homepage. But if you have any questions with how to use this, let me know. If they're basic, I can help you. If it's anything super complicated or you're not getting access, those would be Pearson questions. And Pearson, the publisher of your textbook here, has a 24/7 hotline online that you could submit questions to if you're having trouble or if you're not getting access. So if anything in your MyPsychLab doesn't work, your access code doesn't work, or you're not getting in, please direct those questions to Pearson because I can't help you with that. I don't have the ability to do that. So that's pretty much it, and hopefully you have a good time navigating around in there. Enjoy.